Oh, hello there. Come closer out of the dark and sit around my campfire, why not? My name is of no great importance, but the stories I have to tell you are. Witness 4 lost souls journeying together through a grim world of perilous adventure. Be warned, though, these stories are not for the faint-hearted, and once you have heard them, you cannot unheard them. Bear witness to the Vagabond Chronicles. Holy shit.
Your theft of my money back, and you flee the scene so quickly. You're first to cut and run, and first when the curtains rise. We need your swag. We need and a night far away, yeah. An undiscovered land, bravery, bravery. Time to run away, away from me. Whoa, how we we've missed your memory. This long, lonely time. And you flee the sea so quickly. You're the first to cut and run. And first, when the lure is inside, we need your swag. We need your swag. Godspeed your swag to
Holy righteous shit! Hi folks, hi, hello, I'm in the picture, what's up? So, wow, I've got the music, sorry, the sound is reverberating, didn't switch it off, good. Fuck that one up. Hi folks, so I'm live right now, I've got loads of work to do, so I'm just going to say a quick hello. This is the second part of the Teddy special, where's Teddy, of the Vagabond Chronicles that we recorded over the holiday period. This is a pre-recorded thing like the last one was, so it's like a special. The new Vagabonds will be out not this weekend, but the weekend after most likely. And tomorrow we've got a Chaos Crew couch party, which we haven't done for a couple of months. And that is when we invite all of you lot to come along and kill me or Tom. Like in game, like we don't invite obsessive, crazy people to kill us in real life. That's mad. But for the game, so you can come along and play the game and kill us. Although they didn't kill us straight away. It's not fair. Like, focus on other people first and then come round to killing whatever. Anyway, that's the point. That's tomorrow. So this is the second part, which is the last part of the Teddy special. And then, of course, anybody that is watching the Vagabonds regularly will know that Teddy is back in the main game. And this is sort of like in the past now. And it sort of explains why he's where he is and why he's back. Anybody new, this is not going to make a huge amount of sense. So just roll with it. The first part is on the Twitch VOD, and I think it was going to be uploaded to YouTube as well. So if you want to catch up, it's really fun. I really enjoy the Vagabond Chronicles, and I really like it. It's a game that I've been playing for like 7 years or something with my friends. We decided to do it in the lockdown as a Twitch thing, and we just got a kick out of it. So now we're just keeping it, which is really fun. And it'll go as long as we want to do it, basically. Thanks to everybody. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hi, everybody. Hi to all the mods that are here as well. Thank you all for tuning in and listening and just generally being a part of this community that's been created about me just wanting to see my friends during the pandemic. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. We're going to get back with more kind of like game playing. We're going to try and do more industry interviews because I think that's important, especially like up and coming actors and actors that may not know, but you might know the games they're in. So we're going to try and start doing that a bit more as well. But in the meantime, strap yourselves in for a grim world of perilous adventure. Gather your party and shit. And and enjoy the second part of Teddy's special. All right, folks, I'll see you at the end because I'm going to pop back in at the end of the screening just to say a big hello and goodbye and everybody and thank you. And that's it. Yeah, enjoy. And if you don't know what's going on, well, you'll work it out. See you, folks. Bye. Okay, so thank you for that mini break. Didn't that little mini break that we went for coffee feel like it was 2 weeks and a holiday? Was that weird?
Like a
just
month,
me?
maybe?
It felt like a month, right? It felt like it was a whole
long
month
coffee
away.
break.
It's a long coffee break going for coffee. The coffee machine's right there. It's like I didn't see it if I just put my head around the corner. Anyway, weird, strange. What were we doing? Oh yes, you were falling out of a tree the Vagabond way, or Val's Villain's way. So, Clem, Tracker has just gone. Sorry, what was Tracker just said before the break?
Be careful, little man.
That's right. He was patronising Teddy, and you just sort of turned back at the last second, put your hand out, and you missed the branch. There's just like nothing in the air, and you just fall straight out. I was so tempted on a double zero.
Perfect comedy thing. That's
instant goddamn karma is what that was.
I'm so tempted just to kill you. Like this would be the funniest thing I could do right now. Is just kill your
I've already
character.
taken 2 of my wounds.
It was 3 of your wounds, I believe. 3.
Come on, Neil, draw it out. Draw it out.
All right, so
milk out the situation.
So Teddy,
I'm going to act weird at this one, rightio.
So Teddy, you just see this tracker dude do that. He just falls straight out of the tree, and then you immediately turn to your left and you see the guard. He's now wandering around going, "Oi, you!" Falling out of a tree. What's your game? You also then look immediately right and see Val just sitting smoking. Her hand has gone from like casually smoking this rolled up cigarette to now like this fist which is crushing the cigarette in her hand. But she's still got this bizarre fixed smile on her as if nothing is wrong. What are you
I wish there was like a hand signal for who are these Muppets that you've got. But,
you can do a hand signal, but you didn't establish one, so all you're doing is just making this weird hand gesture. Like you're slightly rocking backwards and forwards on the same axis, if you know what I mean. Yeah, one of those hand gestures.
Hopefully this lovely distraction will enable me to get up there without being seen anyway, if they're too busy poking.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, Tracker. Cheers, mate. Well, yeah, sure. If you want to just like hoik yourself up the building and let Tracker to his fate, sure, you don't owe him anything. Not that
that's exactly what I'm thinking of doing.
All right. Well, how are you going to do that, sir? This guard is now kind of not directly underneath you, but he's right here with his sword.
Or if he's poking away at Tracker.
He's not poking away, but he's just sort of like about to poke. He's pre-poked. He's pre-poking.
If he's completely...
he's in his pre-poking departure protocol.
So if he's distracted and not looking up, so to speak, that gives me the opportunity to make my move up to the top of the building.
You're going to have to, from this you're going to have a little leap from the branch that you're going to shimmy along, I guess, to then jump onto the drain pipe, to then hold onto the drain pipe and then climb up. Climbing's not a problem.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong, Pete? You are going to have to make an initiative test to leap, and it's going to be a leap. To do that. So you're going to have to do a leap as well. And if you miss the leap, you're going to fall. I'm just FYI. Okay.
What am I rolling against? Just initiative.
So first is initiative, and if you miss it, the leap will happen. You don't have to make a leap roll. But if you miss the initiative, you're going to be falling. I'm just saying. Falling, which is
I'm falling.
Are you falling?
I'm falling.
What did you roll?
I'm falling.
91. The first roll of the break.
So literally, this god turns up, and like people are literally dropping out of the sky. Halflings keep falling on my head.
This episode should be called All Fall Down. That's the name of this episode.
So Val is already like scrunching up this cigarette in her fist. Just looks at you. You make this like rocking hand gesture, like wanker or something, which you believe is some other kind of signal that you haven't established. You then take this little leap. She just looks at you and just shakes her head very slightly, like do not do what you're about to do. And then you just run along the branch and leap. And you leap so well and so high that you miss the drain pipe and smash into the wall and then slide down the wall a little bit and then just tip back off the wall straight onto the ground. Please make a falling test. Oh, this is so good. We're back. Oh my god.
What am I rolling?
It is a fall, I'm going to say 3 yards, which is now 6 minus d6. And that's how much damage you take irrespective of toughness and armor. So roll d6. You really want a high number here, Pete. 5, you lucky son of a bitch. Okay, I am going to throw you a bone because for comedy's sake. So you slam into the wall, you hit the wall, you fall over, and then you land straight on top of the guard that's about to poke Tracker very, very well with his sword. So you're going to take a damage from the fact that you hit this dude and you smashed into him. but the reason that you didn't take any damage is because he broke your fall. However, you landed directly on his head, and you hear this crunch noise as he's immediately your whole body weight. In fact, your feet, your big flappy hairy feet, slam straight on top of his skull, and it literally breaks his neck and pushes his head down into his chest cavity, and then he just gets squished, and he just lands.
He's one heavy hobbit.
He's deceptively heavy, man. He's a feeder dude.
Hey, we're just dense boned, okay?
Okay, Val, you just hear this kind of from Val, who's just in the window looking at both of you like, oh my god. At this point, you see Knuckles is very casually jumped off the wagon and starting to casually. In fact, this character is casually walking right now. That's exactly how he's walking over to you. You see he's got like a burlap sap somewhere on his hand, like he's about to stab this poor headless shrunk fucking guard who's probably his last day on the job, about to retire or something on a cushy salary. Okay, so Tracker, you are sort of dazed, but you've sort of come to. This has just happened in front of you. What are you going to do, sir?
Oh, thank you, little man. That was very brave of you. I did have a plan, but thank you anyway. That was most effective.
You're more than welcome, son.
As he says that, he coughs up blood. Right, so Knuckles comes over and just looks at both of you. Well, that actually was exactly what happened. Look. Oh, right, never mind. Oh, okay, I can't reproduce it. I've got the tree. Okay, fuck it. All right, so Knuckles comes over, just looks at both of you and goes, bunch of fucking amateurs. And then just stuffs the body into the sack. He breaks a couple of legs, breaks the hip bone, and just stuffs this thing into the sack, and somehow gets this full man in plate armor into a sack, hoiks the sack over his shoulder with and then just starts walking back to the cavern.
Man origami.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Okay, so Val just sits there, just going, eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, and she gets to about 6, and she just stops and just literally just goes. And just grits her teeth and just points up, and then she just rolls out of the window back into the castle grounds, also into the keep grounds, and wanders off somewhere, leaving you two fucking numbskulls, to work out what the hell to do next. All right.
Righty ho, should we try that again?
Sure, without the tree this time, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Excellent. All right, so what's going to happen next? Tell me what your plans are. I'm going to scoot back to the Viz. Just to let you know, Viz, by the way, 2 minutes have passed.
Yes.
Since the bomb has been planted.
Well, there's 8 minutes left until chaos.
Chaos reigns, yeah.
And is that with everything? Did everything have the same amount of timers on it?
Yeah, pretty much. So these two know that when the red flag... Well, these two idiots may remember that when the red flag goes, that's the 10-minute signal. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you set the timers with a couple of minutes to spare. So the first one was done with 14 minutes. The next one was the touch poison, the contact poison. The next one was then 12 minutes. And then the stink bomb was 10 minutes. So
okay.
You sort of rough. I mean, it's not precise. It's not Ocean's fucking 11, but it's you've more or less there's a stage to it that all of it should go off at the same time, pretty much. And within reason. And these two numbskulls know they've got about 8. They would have had 10 minutes. They've now probably got slightly less than that to climb up 100 feet of pipe to get to the roof to then shimmy down and wait and get into the vault. Now, as long as they can get into the vault, because they have to break the grate at the bottom of the access pipe. As long as they get to that point before the 10 minutes is up, it's fine, because they're going to use the distraction to make a lot of noise in the vault. And that's the reason. Right. That's the whole point. One of the points of the distraction is to make a shit ton of noise so they can break through the grate, drop down, start smashing things and grabbing things, and get ready to then open the vault when you lot charge down into the vault, because chaos is going to reign. Knuckles is going to run through as well into the grounds. He's actually taken some of the armor off the guy. He's not as stupid as he looks. He's now placing some obvious armor, like a helmet and a shield of the livery, without changing his entire livery. Obviously, he's going to do enough to look like he's a guard without a close inspection, kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
So that's the sort of plan. So yeah, that's it really. I love this game. It's so fun. So you got about 8 minutes, you numbskulls. What are you gonna do?
Did that? Me and Clem. We're
That's
going to
you,
climb
Clem,
up.
and then the Viz afterwards. Let's say, because that'll make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make up. If it's clear, make our move up the up the side
as
of the
clear
building.
as it's gonna
Yes.
be. Apart from the blood trail and brains that just slap on the floor. Who's going first?
I still think it should be Teddy.
Yeah.
Because definitely Teddy. Because I don't want to bring everyone back down again. Because that would just be like a bit grand old Duke of York, wouldn't it? Let's be honest.
So you don't need to make a initiative or dexterity test or anything like that because you have scale
Thank you.
sheer surface. I'm pretty sure both of you have scale sheer surface, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but what you are going to do is a strength test to see how fast you can climb it. So
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah, because I'm going to start keeping a sort of running counter in my head kind of thing about how long this is going to take you. So it's 100 meters, it's 100 yards up. So it's pretty, it's a tall fucking building. You should be able to make it in a certain amount of time, but if you fail strength tests, it's going to cost you time. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how much it is because you don't have like wristwatches and shit. So Teddy's first.
It's only 5. That's my strength is
whopping
5.
fail. Okay, that's a big.
We're
fail.
not doing very well today.
That's okay. So you need to. So 5 is your strength, which means it was 50. 75 is over, which is a failure, and Teddy's also failed. Okay, so what happens is you both stagger up, and you're both taking a bit of a beating. So you start like shimming up, and neither of you start climbing.
A little bit winded. Yeah,
you're basically winded. So both of you start off super slow. I'm gonna do like a funky little thing over here, and I wonder if I can actually make it look cool. Probably not, because this is really not well thought out. I'm gonna put a little tracker here, make your little dudes over here, and let's say this is the end point. And it's like one of those charity drives on television. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Where they do like the kind of money, like here's the money, where's the money, where are we up to, like that. So it's kind of like that. So basically, you're gonna have like 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 strength tests to make. So you failed and you failed. So you both like failed the first one. Okay, it's good to know. And the gold bit is the top. So this is your tracker for where you guys are in the scale. Does that make sense?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got to get 5 successes. Is that right?
1, 2, 3. You've got to get 3 more successes to shave off time.
Okay.
Failures will cost you time.
Right.
All right. So I'm not going to tell you how long it's
Nifty.
going to take. Cool. Okay, back to the Viz. Hey Viz, what's up, baby?
Aha.
Hey baby, what's going on, Viz?
Hey, so I am basically, I've sort of done, the distractions are all kind of laid. I'm basically just wanting being maneuvered to get to the sort of vantage point from where I can best orchestrate the chaos.
Yeah, you've got some other tricks up your sleeve still. So you've set down a flashbang. You've got.
I've just been looking at my character sheet, yeah.
Yeah, you've got. In fact, you see the big guy, the big fat dude, who the portly gentleman. I'm sorry, the portly gentleman. The old merchant type guy, who's actually seemed quite pleasant. He's wandering over to what looks like a sergeant or something. Over, I think it was over. Was it this dude or was it that dude, the vault dude? It was the vault dude, wasn't it? So he's heading over to this person here, who's next to the chandelier restraint, and he's chatting to him, and they're both now looking at the vault guard, who's now looking rather nervous and has noticed them looking at him and talking about him.
Yeah.
He's now looking super nervous, but that kind of nervousness that isn't like, he's not guilty of anything, because obviously you framed him. It's more like, oh my god, what have I done? I can't think of what I've done. I must have done something. The boss is looking at me. The big portly dude is looking at me. They seem pretty angry. What the fuck have I done? You know, he's like that kind of thing. He's not. He's a bit worried right now. So that's going to plan. You see the rather large. I'm going to make him enormous. Let's say it's this person here. The rather large dame is wandering through the crowd now.
The one who's got the stink bomb in her butt.
She's over here, more or less. And then this dude has sort of like come with he's got a little dwarven bodyguard. And then this group, let's move this out of the way for a second. And this group over here have sort of wandered this way a little bit. So they're now kind of over here now. Still the same kind of group. And there's more people sort of like coming towards them. Kind of thing. There's a waiter who's coming out. There's another waiter who's coming over here. There's more waiters like mingling with sweetmeats and nice things. And this is the maitre d' woman who's sort of greeting more guests as they come in. Let's put some more guests there. So that's about it. That's kind of what's happening right now. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, 8 minutes is still a lifetime for me to. I don't want to make any moves right now because basically, yeah, I don't want to kick things off until 2 minutes beforehand.
Okay.
So I'm basically just sort of mingling and keeping an eye on, in particular, on the portly gentleman because he is sort of going to spark the first bit of chaos.
Yeah.
So I'm looking that way, and I'm kind of sort of just doing the whole party thing as well. Grab a canapé, grab a glass of something fizzy.
Grab a debutante.
Yeah, swing. I grab a debutante, swing her around onto the dance floor, and then off again.
Yeah.
Just kind of being charming as hell, but also whilst monitoring the whole situation and kind of praying that the doofuses outside
fucked it up gloriously.
Falling out trees.
Yeah, as you swing yet another debutante around who's fallen instantly in love with you, you do catch a sight of Val. And Val is about to use like a powder room and is going to do a very quick change to look like a guest. So she's sort of on her way to do that. And she just gives you this look. And the look is, her face looks ashen. And her eyes are just, you notice she's not blinking. And she's just got this weird grin on her face. And then she sees you, and her grin just gets tight, and you see the muscles in her jaw, even from this distance, get really clenched. And then she just stops, looks at you, and then just turns immediately without blinking and just wanders off to the powder room to then get
That's me, that is.
Clearly, everything's going wonderfully, Viz.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, cool. Anything else that you want to do at all?
No, not really. Like I said, 8 minutes is a lifetime right now. Everything needs to be timed to perfection. So I'm just kind of waiting. I've got ideas brewing. I know I've got some definite stuff that I want to do, but I want to wait until it's worth doing, basically.
Okay,
so, yeah,
right.
8 minutes is too far off.
There's a lot of time. All right. Okay. So,
come back to me in 4 minutes.
Should we go back to the numbskulls, see how they're doing? Okay.
Let's go back to the numbskulls.
Hey, numbskulls. Okay. So, all right. So before you make a roll, folks,
OG Batman and Robin climbing up the side of the building, like stopping and chatting to people.
You are. You're talking about the nobility of the almost human porpoise. Gosh, Batman.
That's the real Batman, the movie.
That's the real Batman. Let's not go down that memory lane. The bat dance is still something of horrific nightmares. Okay, who's going first? Who's rolling first for a string test?
Oh, Clem did last time. You can go again.
Okay, right. Let's grab these little bad boys here. Oh, you stopped doing that thing. Right, drop that there. Over there. And we got them. And we're good. And
I'll just bloody roll the dice.
54. Do you have luck?
That's still a fail.
Do you have luck at all?
No, I don't. I don't believe so. No.
It's still pretty slow going, but you're doing it. And
Teddy, I passed one.
Yeah,
yes.
Teddy's actually found his fawn, and is now sort of raced ahead. So you're going to basically skip over the strength test onto the next strength test. That's how that's going to work. Okay. So this is the one you took, which was a pass, and you're going to skip over this next one, and you're going to land on the next test that you have to take in a second.
He's shimmering up the pipe like a little fuzzy monkey.
Yeah, whereas you're still really slow.
Thanks, I think.
You're still really slow. So you failed this test. I kind of like this mechanic. This is completely made up, just now. I did not pre-plan this mechanic, but I kind of like it. It works quite well. Okay, so you're still stuck on this one, Tracker, and you notice the halfling is zipping up pretty nippily up this thing. So he's doing pretty well.
It's the barefootness, mate. It really helps.
Yeah, it's the barefootness.
What's happening?
Because spiders have sort of hairs on their feet. Yeah,
a little bit.
I can see that. Yeah.
Spider pig. His little trotting feet just going up.
Oh,
all right. So Viz, you're not really doing anything else at all, are you?
No, I think sort of not falling is the main thing we're actually occupying our time with here.
So Viz is still wandering around being as charming as hell. So let's just go straight to the next test then.
So it's again strength test again for you folks.
Go on, Clem.
Right, yo.
Okay, when you've got a 50-50 chance and you failed it twice, you've got to get this one, right? Statistically, that's how it works.
36 is a pass.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Okay, so that means you failed this one. So you've actually, this is the last test you're going to make. So you're going to be here now. And
Teddy rolls 92.
Yes!
Not a 96, thankfully.
Oh, God, I'm so close. Okay, well, that's the last thing you take. So basically, Tracker gets behind you, and actually you sort of hold Tracker up. Now he manages to get to the point where you are. Both of you get to the top. However, you sort of get the feeling you've taken way longer than you should have done. And you manage to get basically to the top, and you're right at the top here. And this is a sloped roof. If you want to come over here, chaps. There's a sloped roof over here. Well, where's your dude gone? Your dude's floating in the air now. Alright, that's weird. Alright, so your dude is, you two have managed to come up here. And you have skinnied up onto this. Basically, it's like a sloping roof that comes up to here. There's like a really meaningless sort of like little iron fencing with those little like arrow tops, but it's only like about a foot tall, so you can easily get through them. But it goes straight onto an open plan rooftop. Here is the grate, which, or basically like a big funnel. It's like an air funnel to help fume. I guess, for whatever reason they designed it, probably for ventilation down there, etc., etc. And on top of the Ziggy. On top of the not worrying because you knew about it, but on top of it you do see a patrol. It's a 2-man patrol that are on top of here. You did know there was a patrol, you didn't know how many numbers of people, so in a good way this has kind of worked out positively because there's only 2 of them. There's a door here which has got like which is not opened, but is presumably the way down to the flight below, and that's like a big iron door there as well, which you did know about. Which is basically that's how you lead down into the bottom. You also see like there is like a ballista here, but it looks like it's well maintained, but it's absolutely not in a firing readying position. There's another ballista over here, and there's also like a cannon here as well. So,
is it on wheels?
Yeah, these are wheeled. Yeah, you can move them around.
Right.
I don't know what you're thinking, but please don't.
I don't know what you're thinking, but please do. Be my guest, in fact, Clem. Right, so these are the 2 cannons. There's a whole bunch of shots for the cannons here, and there's a whole bunch of bolts lined up here. So like I said, they're well maintained at ready, in a moment's notice, but they're not prepared to fire. So it would take a little time to actually make them ready, if that makes sense.
We'd need the skills as well.
We definitely need skills, which you don't have. But these are big iron balls here. These things here, these are iron balls. Okay. So
that said, there'd be great distraction if they happen to fall off a roof.
Well, I was happy with that idea.
People, sure, that's fantastic. Okay, so
I like your thinking.
So Viz,
who's really innocent in this world?
Yeah. So very quickly, actually, you see, tell me what you're going to do. If you want to conceal yourself, you're going to need to make rolls because these dudes are walking around pretty much the same level you're hiding. As you've got a little bit of shade, a little bit of cover because it's a sloping roof down to up. But at the same time,
are they like fully armored, Neil? These
fully fucking armored. These are the keep guards. They are fully plate armored. One of them's got a halberd. The other one's got like a sword and spear. They're tough hombres, but somehow you're gonna have to get rid of them, or at least get past them.
Yeah, Pete, do you think we've got enough time here to actually check out their routes, see if we can actually sneak around, or whether we're just going to have to try and attack them? Because I don't like attacking people in full plate mail armor. I think we'll lose. Yeah,
that was my hope, is that there's some gap in their route, so to speak. That
I'm assuming they can see each other. Yeah,
they can see each other, but not the whole way. So when they get, this is a very, very large roof, and actually I should really draw some more things in to help you guys, I think.
But even that grate, we're going to have to get off.
There's like a couple of like pillar things here. You're not sure why they're built in, but they're tall enough that you could crouch behind them, so they can see each other only just like their helmets. However, it is night time, and there's only a couple of torches on the roof, so actually they don't see very much. There's not much light sources. There's like one light source over here.
All right, that makes things a little different.
And then there's one light source, let's say over, just to help you guys out, over here. But so where you can see these 2 lights, Imagine there's like I can draw the circles around them without it getting too cluttered in here. I think.
Okay, Pete, this is my idea.
So
if we can shimmy round to about here.
See these yellow things, folks? That's sort of that's where the illumination goes to.
That's good visibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch my dude. If we can shimmy round to about here, get the barrel of gunpowder from here, light it on the grate, blow the crap out of the grate, and hopefully that will cause as much of a distraction as is humanly possible. We might be able to take that guy with us.
It's going to make a very large noise.
Yeah, I know, but we were going to be making a very large noise downstairs anyway, you know. And
well,
more chaos, man.
The point was you were covered by the distraction inside the building, not in the vault.
Yeah, the distraction.
That's true. Is that distraction going to drag these guards downstairs, and do we just need to wait it out?
Probably not, no. But it means that nobody's going to notice if something happens on the roof. However, you're supposed to be going down that grate before that happens. Supposed to be.
Or just make a bigger hole. I know. I mean, that's literally first 5 seconds of thinking. If you've got any other ideas, Pete, then please, because I'm just seeing an awful lot of stuff here with an awful lot of people who can kill us.
You can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm not going to stop you doing anything.
What is the grate? Do we know what the grate is now? Is it metal?
You're going to have to get there to see it.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that.
I think that's a must. Yeah, we just have to be there. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give you these two are humans. They haven't got any night vision. I'm going to give you plus 20 to any like concealment, silent move rolls you need to do. Okay. So it's initiative plus any skills. What skills do you have? That's a pass.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's a pass speed. What skills do you have, Tracker?
Okay, I've got what is it? Move silent rural. No, I don't think I've got move silent urban.
No. So it's initiative plus 20.
Right. Okay. Let's get over to the dice. Grab that one.
Stroking.
Bellows.
82 is a failure. So. Okay. So Pete, your character gets all the way to wherever you want actually. So you want to place him wherever you want.
That's pretty much there, so I can see what's on the grate basically.
And then you two get here, but basically you don't notice, Tracker, but actually one of your weapons on your back, like one of your hand axes or something, gets snagged on this metal spike as you're trying to shimmy through it. And it actually clatters off your back, and it just rolls down a little bit. You can grab it. You instantly grab it and pick it back up again, but it stands on the roof and then slides down a bit, and then you grab it and stop it, and you hunker down, but you've made a noise. And this dude over here stops, turns, and is now starting to... He's actually picks up a torch, lights it from the main torch over here, and he's now wandering slowly this way. So I'm going to place imagine there's I can make two. I don't want to make two of them. Yeah, fuck it. So he's got a little torch thing here. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to do. Imagine there's like a bigger circle around him for where he can see. So I can't. That's going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Thinking on the fly, Neil. Not very good. All right, I'm just going to draw it. So at the moment, that's where he can see. I'll just move that along.
You're going to have to do a die-hard claim and get them to distract and jump off the roof with a grappling hook or something.
I don't have to do anything half pint.
And then you jump off and nothing happens. Like, what the fuck was that? All right.
But no, I like the idea of going back over the lip down the pipe just far enough, because the light will play off the top of the pipe and I'll be able to see when the light goes.
You're going to have to talk to me again about that. What are you trying to do?
Okay, so we came up via the pipe, yeah?
Yeah, pipe's over here, let's see.
Yeah, cool. So I know effectively where it is, and he's coming over at that speed. If I can get to the pipe and back down it over the lip, I'll see his torchlight playing on the top of the pipe, and I'll know when he's lost interest.
Okay, I see what you're doing. So you're going to basically hide on the pipe.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that without a test. That's pretty straightforward stuff. So you can slide your way down, get to the pipe, and you shimmy down the pipe. And this dude is now still coming. So Pete, you see this guard is now coming sort of in the direction where he's actually slightly this way, but he's coming this way towards roughly.
I'll keep shimmying around sort of to this side to stay out of eye line if I can see where the torch is pretty easily.
Yeah. Now these things here, they're wide enough. These little things for a halfling to pass through without any issue. Humans, not so much, but for you can just slip through. if you want to go get close to the grate.
Oh, if he's distracted, then I can.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to sneak in and see what this grate is looking
So
like.
the grate is like a wooden. It's like a wooden top. It's got lots of like concentric holes. It's not concentric. Sorry, lots of round holes. Round holes? Yeah, round holes. Round holes in the top, which is sort of kind of crude ventilation system. But it's definitely made of wood, so you could like smash through it with something heavy enough. That would definitely break it. You can look through the holes and you can't see. You can see into the vault from this distance. You can't see much detail, but there is a light source in the vault. It's very, very dim. It's like, you know, something's been lit for like a whole day. So maybe every day they light a single torch in the vault in case they ever need to access it. But it just basically burns the entire day, and then probably they redo it every day or something like that. So you can see that right at the bottom.
Knowing how stupid we vagabonds are, does the grate just lift off very easily?
The grate does not lift off. There is actually a small padlock which is holding it in place, which you see. There's two padlocks actually either side, and it's split into half, so you could open one half and don't have to bother with the other. But there's two padlocks either side of it.
I mean, I can open locks, so you know. It's,
you can. Yeah, I'll show you where the padlocks are here and here, and you can. It's 1 and 2, and this thing's split in the middle.
So. Where's the other guard walking at the moment?
The other guard
the ones investigating.
is here, and he's sort of like he's now doing like I guess his patrol. He's kind of coming out this way. I'm just going to see if he's noticed the other dude or not. So give me 2 ship on bush. Oh yeah. Okay, so he's doing his rounds, and actually he stops, and he stops here and goes, "Mikhail, what's going on?" He starts wandering this way. Why do they all sound like Gary? Hello, Mikhail. You a guard? Are you?
It's the Gary.
That's
Gary
great.
Clone
That's
army.
good for you. Especially during a pandemic. That's great. You've got a guard work. So Gary starts wandering over. He goes, "No, Gary, I'm fine. I heard a noise." Okay. Oh, a noise, did you? Sorry, that's my dad. For anybody who doesn't know. He starts wandering over to see what the noise is all about. Right, so now you've got 2 dudes wandering this way.
I'm a great distraction, I tell you.
You dude are a sterling distraction.
Fantastic.
Pizza.
Yeah, I'm going to try working the locks if I've got.
Yep, you can work the locks. So it's a straight lockpick. You get your lockpick out, your trusty lockpick, which you may or may not have named a female halfling name, Esmeralda. So you can do it's initiative test plus 20 plus another 10 because you've got a proper lockpick.
Oh, I didn't mean to pick all that stuff up. What's going on here?
That's all right. So yeah,
Sorry,
it's plus 30. So basically, you need a critical to fail it. It's a really simple lock.
Thanks, Neil.
Oh, so close. That's a 10. So you deftly drop the lock, and you can pocket the lock if you wish. You can have the lock if you wish. Add to your collection.
No need for that.
So you take the lock off.
Yeah, so I won't drop it on the floor because it make noise.
Obviously not. No, you pocket it just so it doesn't make any noise, and then you sort of like that's one side of this open, or at least it's unlocked. Let's say. What do you want to do next? So these guards are now definitely like wandering towards Tracker's direction.
Yeah, and I'll try and work the other one as well.
Okay. So you scoot round. You don't have to make a high test. They're super distracted. Okay, roll your dice. That wasn't a roll. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, but that was not a fucking roll. All right. Yeah. So okay, so you take off both locks. So now it's completely unlocked. You can open both sides relatively easily, depending. Okay, Tracker. You have these two. You hear 2 footsteps, and you hear the conversation of these 2 Garys that are wandering towards you.
Right.
The light source is now here. They are going to make a very quick spot check. So bear with me 2 seconds.
Cool.
You're holding on, and you can hold on reasonably comfortably, but you know there's only so much time anybody can hang on the side of a pipe 100 yards in the air. Okay, so they start looking around. In fact, one of them that's got the light source has actually got it's like a storm lantern. So it's not a torch, it's a storm lantern. So he starts like directing it. He creates a narrow beam and starts like directing it this way. And after a while, both he and the other dude look, and the other guy goes, "Oh, come on, Mikhail, it's nothing. It must have been, I don't know, bird or something." Starts wandering off this way, and the guy's, "All right, fair enough." Why'd you call me Gary back there anyway? He starts wandering back to his position. Right, Teddy, you're gonna have to make a hide test.
Oh, okay.
This dude's literally turned on his heels, and you're kind of in his eye line, maybe. You get plus 10 for darkness, plus 20 for your skill. So again, you're gonna have to make a critical failure, really, just to Oh, so close. What is your actual initiative, dude?
73.
You're going to make that roll, you fuck. All right. Don't say that out loud. I mean,
Do you really want this to go wrong? Don't you want us to roll nicely?
So you've failed. You have failed, but you haven't critically... No, you haven't failed, have you? You got past it. Jesus.
No,
All right.
just about dodge behind the cannon.
Just as he turns, the hairs on the back of your feet just like raise up, and you just like scoot, and you basically scoot around. I'm not going to give you that. You scoot around to this position over here, so that you've got the grate is slightly raised, by the way. I should have told you that. So you've got the grate is kind of in the way of you, so you can duck down low enough so he can't see you. He sort of wanders back without even looking your direction once. He's over here, and this dude's over here. Cool. Okay, let's go back to the party. Okay, Viz. 2 minute warning, baby.
2 minute warning?
Yeah, baby.
Time to play.
Time to play, right? You've noticed that Val has now come out, and she's wearing this gorgeous off-the-shoulder number. It's very revealing in all the right places, and yet super sophisticated somehow. And she's now wandering through. She doesn't even look at the maitre d'. She just wanders straight into the party, takes a couple of dares, grabs a couple of drinks, and comes straight towards you, and holds out a drink. Oh, my, the Earl Grey of T-shire. Darling, you look wonderful. And she hands you a glass.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Okay, you know that her secondary disguise is going to be Lady Darjeeling. Lady Darjeeling of Spoonford. So she's Lady Darjeeling of Spoonford.
It's not exactly CIA, is it?
No, but that's their thing. Their bit is they always pick up, like, they always riff on, with FP Nobility, they riff on names of famous tea brands, just because they're cocky. So she's Lady Darjeeling of Spoonford. Yeah. Whoops.
Lady Darjeeling of Spoonford, as I live and breathe. Are you ready for a little game, darling?
Always, darling. She sort of links your arm, like, you know, when you put the glass around each other, like you both have your glasses and around each other and you drink from your own glass, but your arms are intertwined. She does like that. It's a bit cheesy, but you kind of like it. And then she takes a drink, and I'm assuming you take a drink of yours.
And at that point, I'm going to spin her onto the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for waiters coming out of the waiter, like the room, you know, like the...
There's 3 entrances. Can you show me which use your pointers to show me which one you're talking about? There's 1, 2, and 3 here.
Wasn't there one kind of over the yellow things, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, these 3 yellow things are...
Isn't this one
That's the
sort
kitchen.
of in the middle here?
What's the main kitchen?
Yeah, the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for waiters that are coming out, like, with trays of stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to say, because you're that cool, actually you do spot a waiter coming out with a tray. It's very Hitman 3.
Okay, so I say to Val, on my mark, ready, set, and then before I say go, I spin her sort of like really fast around towards the waiter, like whirling her across the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to spin her into the waiter to upset the waiter.
Okay, cool. Can you please I'm going to have to make you make some kind of test for this. I'm thinking it's initiative. Plus dance, plus anything else that you can think of that would be
let me see what skills I have.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Dude.
I know, but I think I've got...
I love it, by the way. I just think it's very specific.
I thought we would start things with a bang.
Yeah,
in fact, I should have said that to Val.
Let's see if you make the roll, and then you can say, I'll give it to you if you make the roll. So what skills do you have?
I do not have any skills that can help me with this.
Do you have etiquette or dance or anything like that?
I have etiquette.
Okay.
I have acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that. Yep, that's plus 10. You have dance.
That's all. No, I've got clown.
Oh, you've got clown. Fine, clown will help. That's plus 10 as well.
Okay, so etiquette, clown, and dance.
Yeah, I'm going to give you plus 30 to your roll with all those magnificent skills. Okay?
Okay, so that means I'm going to get under 71.
I think it's pretty healthy, yeah. That's pretty good.
Yes. Let me grab some dice. for the first time this game.
May I interest you in these dice? Or these ones, Tom? These ones are especially nice. These two dice right there.
I fear any that you put forward.
Dice of death.
The 90 dice over here. Yeah.
Particularly,
You know what I'm going to do, Tom? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. Let's just do this and then just do that. Okay, where's the woman? Where's the woman? Where's the woman? Where's the lady? 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 Okay. So some of these dice are death dice. Some of these dice are not. Have fun.
yeah, the conspiracy theory.
Jokes on you, they're all dead.
They're all just, that's it. That's how the house wins. They're all death.
That's an admission of guilt.
I got quite considerable
Excuse me.
slow down on this today, so it's taking a while for me to select them. But here we go. I'm rolling and also throwing
49.
some.
That's a success. A
That's a
resounding
success. Yes.
You picked the good dice.
So he thinks, okay, this is an inconsequential roll. So yeah, he picked a good dice, sure. All right, so you guys, let's spin you around a little bit. If we can actually do that. I can't pick you up for some reason. Why can't I?
I need to stress that this is a move that Val and I have planned beforehand, so she knows it's going to happen.
Yes, she does. Yeah, that's fine.
And
Absolutely.
she is intentionally going to sort of spin and kind of whirl out and kind of either just kick a leg out that trips
Yeah.
the waiter.
She can do a bit of acrobatics as well. So at the last minute, she does this look like a corkscrew, like a butterfly kick, and then kicks the tray out of this dude's hand and lands very safely next to him, but looks like she's fallen. He goes smack on his ass. The food goes all over the big, one of the fat ladies, maids in waiting, and covers her. She knocks back into another waiter who also drops another tray of glasses, and there's other patrons around here all get splattered, and it's a huge kerfuffle. The entire room, including the musicians who are up here somewhere, all sort of stop and watch and see this massive amounts of kerfuffling. She makes a big spectacle out of the whole thing, and all their attention is on you. The only people that attention is not on you is this dude here, who's now walking very, very, very directly with the big portly gentleman behind, and is talking very rapidly to this other sergeant. This captain here is talking to sergeant by the vault door, rather animatedly, and he looks like super fucking angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got to let the cat out. Have I still got more of my go?
No,
to
we
play?
can go back to the other two if you want, but that's
all right.
sort of
Okay, cool. I'll be back in a second.
All right, and I thought it was a metaphor, but you actually have let the cat out. That's fine. All right. So Tracker, you're hanging off this pipe, dude. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I take it the light has gone off the pipe, so I can make the general assumption that they've moved off. Okay, I'm moving back onto the roof at a crouched level and slowly working my way up the incline to just pop my little beady eyes over the top.
Yeah, you pop it over. This dude has gone back into the safety of, and he actually seems to be carrying on his patrol this way. This dude is also going this way, so it doesn't look like you could actually scoot across and wouldn't be seen at all.
Yep, I think that's going to be the plan.
Okay. So you scoot across to join Teddy, who's now looking at you. Do you both have thieves signs? Or
I'm pretty sure I do.
Thieves tongue.
And the languages, isn't it?
Yeah, Tracker.
Yes, I've got thief.
Thieves?
Yes, I do too.
Great. So you can use hand signals. So you don't need to necessarily speak, but obviously tell us, because this is there's no video here, folks. It's an audio medium. So please tell us exactly what it is you're hand signaling to each other. But you can have a reasonably good conversation about what you need to do without making any.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, you're the strong one here. You need to get this off without making any noise.
Cool. So lay down the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my idea is, now I'm over there, is to now the locks are off it, we're going to lift the grate as gently as possible, quickly stuff the hobbit down the hole.
Stuff the hobbit down the hole.
Then
Drop the grate.
I'm going to shimmy underneath it whilst holding it and try to have it at an angle so I can close it almost completely as I go down underneath it as well, leaving these two guards none the wiser, just continuing their routes.
All right. Yep. So you can stuff the hobbit.
That's a lot of rolls.
That's a lot of rolls. So are you attaching anything to one of the holes of the lid or anything like that? Do you have rope or something that can help? Bearing in mind it's 100 feet down, 100 yards down. But do you have anything like that?
I've got 10 yards of rope, but that's not much use.
No, but it's just like a point to which. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like an anchor point. If you need.
Oh yeah, I've got rope and a climbing hook, so I can attach the climbing hook to it because it'll look like less. as opposed to a huge knot of rope.
Yeah, I would suggest you do that before you.
We'll do that, Neil. We'll do that.
All right. So stuffing the Hobbit. The Hobbit. Okay. So let's work this out. How tall are you, Pete?
4 foot.
You're 4 foot. Okay. So with your feet and your hands, you can do that thing where you're going to brace yourself in the hole and then sort of work your way down it. And that's
Ninja Warrior, baby.
Kind of Ninja Warrior way down it. It's not going to take too much of a strength test because it's not about strength. It's about purchase, and it's about using your bones. So actually, there's not a huge amount of muscular strength you need. Weirdly, you're just going to sort of shimmy your way down this. Okay. However, it is going to take a dexterity test because this is very critical hand-eye coordination. Okay, I'm just going to say that.
Okay. Do you want to roll now, or am I?
One thing, by the way, that is weird that you didn't really notice. The tunnel slightly moves. It's slightly curved. So I'm going to draw the tunnel. It's not actually a straight line. It's not like a chimney. Well, it's like the end of a chimney. It does this: clink, 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 like that. So you can kind of see the light source down. You couldn't see any details because there's like clinks in it. So it's slightly angled. So
okay, that makes things easier.
Which makes things easier for you, which is why you can do that without using too much strength. However, it is sooty, or it's grimy anyway, so it's pretty grimy, which is why you're going to have to make a few dust tests. We're going to go over to the the amazing fallometer over here. And this time,
keep that, Andy. We'll be needing that.
This is the fallometer, and you're going to have to make, let's say. Well, it's the same number. Clearly, it must be the same number. So let's put this in yellow. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 strength tests. Okay, and that's the fourth one there.
Strength or dexterity?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Dexterity test. Dexterity. How foolish of me to say that out loud. So this is like going to be 1, 2. There we go. This is climbing up, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty. You know, both of you know instinctively that time is really pushing. That you must pretty much be at that point when things are going to start kicking off down there. So this is critical. You need to like really get down there as fast as you can. The two guards have stopped. They're chatting to each other, but they're at the zenith of their movement. So they're about to turn and come back the other way, back on their patrol. So you manage to both get into the tunnel. And you've got the rope there, so you're holding onto both of you are holding onto the rope, about to start your descent. Let's go. I guess Pete, you are going first, right?
Yep.
Okay, where are your dice, sir? I only want to watch this.
On the building.
Got it. Okay, hit it. Ooh, wrong dice. 68. What's your dexterity, sir?
43.
Okay. Okay, so.
It's not a great start.
It's not a great start. So basically, your hand starts slightly. It's not an instant fail. There will be an instant fail situation, but this is not it. So your hand starts slipping, and you find yourself like sliding down faster than you want, and you sort of jam your hands against the wall really hard, and you just hold yourself there. And you're basically, it was kind of very much a fuck me moment. So it's very much like, whoa. The clear miss is for you as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you sort of do that. You sort of skid down the end of the rope. You try and find purchase, but your feet can't manage it, and you just start swinging very gently on the rope like this, just above where the halfling is also struggling. So this climb is not quite as straightforward as you thought it would be, either of you. Let's carry on with you two, and we're going to go back to the viz in a second. So next roll, please. And Pete, can you use the same one that Clem's using down here, because I can keep it in camera.
Oh,
if that's
yeah,
cool
sorry.
with you. Yeah, that's great.
Where are you?
These two down.
We're over here.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
So next dex check. 74. Okay. Wow. I'm just.
Well, it's not free fall, so.
Well, for no reason whatsoever, I'm just going to do this, and that's Pete's, and that's Clem. No reason, chaps. Keep doing what you're doing. That's great.
None at all.
Clem,
no,
it's now your roll again, sir. 21. That's a pass. Okay, so you're going to move you down. So basically, you manage to like slip down past the halfling. And you shimmy like past him. You sort of help him right himself, and actually you keep going down past him. So at least you're low, because your time is against you, folks. You're going to have to get motoring. Let's do one more roll for shits and giggles. Peter, still at the bottom.
See if you're going to get to drop them down the tin.
So Pete,
pass.
you managed to find. You sort of watch where his handholds are going, and you manage to use the sort of like cleaner patches that he's and these sort of these bricks that sort of not quite set. Use them for purchase, and you get down to pretty much the same point where Clem is. You are above Tracker, above Tracker. So Teddy, you're above Tracker, but you're pretty much together now.
Yep.
51, that's a fail.
Okay, that's a fail. So you sort of get stuck because the halfling gets way too close, which makes it very difficult for you to maneuver anywhere. And you sort of hey, get off, hey, little man, fuck off, fuck you. It's like that.
Get moving, mate. Get moving. Come on.
Should we do one more just for shits and giggles?
Yeah.
Daddy wants a critical fail.
85.
There we are.
Who was that? Which one was that?
That was me.
That was you. Thank you.
That was Teddy.
Thank you, Teddy. Okay, Teddy, I want because he just goes, "Hey, little man, fuck off." What do you retort to that, sir?
You move your fat ass, mate.
And as you say that, your hand just slips straight past it, and you just start sliding.
Oh yeah, and I come along for the ride.
And then basically your hands start pinwheeling, and you grab hold of like the back of Tracker's breeches, and you pull him down with you, and now you're both sliding straight down.
Get off me,
getting
kicks!
faster and faster towards the vault. Okay, that's
Not the last of your worries, mate.
That's where you two are. Okay, Viz, it's about 30 seconds or so before your estimation. This has now happened.
There's a trampoline at the bottom, right? There's definitely a trampoline at the bottom. Dogs are on that side.
Probably not. All right. Okay, what are you going to do, Viz?
I'm going to march towards that waiter that just flipped the tray and yell, sort of going, "What the bloody hell do you think you're doing?"
Okay, so you start doing that. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir." And she starts pointing at the Lady Darjeeling. At this point, the maitre d' is now stomping over very quickly. He goes, "I'm terribly sorry. What seems to be going on?" Like that.
Yeah, I turn on the maitre d'. I can't believe I'm having to say this, but your waiting staff just aren't up to snuff.
She looks completely crestfallen. She looks at you horrified, mortified, in fact. And she looks around, and her hands are coming out in the "please keep your voice down" motion, to which she's not actually saying anything. But she looks around and goes, "I don't understand. I'm
Hushing me? Are you hushing me up?
No. She starts going, no.
It's big enough. I'm going to march over towards the people that are. So remind me who are talking to the guard on the doorway.
So the captain is here. He is naturally moved. The sergeant here moved slightly this way, and the portly gentleman's really getting pissed off because obviously the sergeant said, "I don't know what you're talking about." The captain's moved him slightly away from the vault, and they're now this guy's now pretty much screaming at the dude. These waiters are very surreptitiously running away, and the big lady is now stopping to turn and is fanning herself and is looking in your direction like, "Oh my!" And these other waiters are now walking around. You kind of, in peripheral vision, you notice that most of the room is watching you, and this huge kerfuffle. The waiters are rushing in to try and clear everything. There's one waiter who's standing over the broken glass, for instance, while another waiter goes off to get a dustpan and brush. The guards have sort of stepped forward. The dwarf has now taken a position in front of the old guy, and some of the waiters are sort of like trying to help and stuff like that. But the guards have definitely moved a bit closer towards the older dude. And you notice that these two guards have also turned inwards and now watching the spectacle as well. And they've taken a couple of steps in. People are moving out away from them. They're not marching into the room, but they're definitely aware. Above you on the next flight, you can also sense there are other guards who are watching down. I'm not going to put them where they are, but they're sort of around. This is a semicircle, remember? These are two stairways onto the next landing.
It's an interesting conundrum that I might have just painted myself into accidentally, which is I just realized that I set all these things to basically I kicked things off earlier than I wanted to. I'm gonna.
Val's got something in her hand, by the way. She's
okay.
She's on the floor, but she's pulled out something in her hand.
And we are like now 30 seconds away or something like that,
something
right?
Like
possibly less.
You've been basically doing this. You do this thing where you basically recite a poem, and you use it as a timer. And you've gotten so good at it that you can actually sort of keep pace with the poem in your head whilst you're doing other things.
Yeah.
So you've actually, it's like you sort of like been reciting the same poem over again. The poem takes about a minute to recite, or 30 seconds, let's say, something like that. It's a short poem, and basically the poem you've been using for years to keep time when you don't have a timepiece to hand, or you can't keep looking at your timepiece. So in your estimation, you're halfway through the second stanza of a 4-stanza poem.
You know what it is? Actually, it's not a poem. It's Incy Wincy Spider.
Yeah, it's Incy Wincy Spider. Incy Wincy Spider. You're about Wincy.
Climbed up the garden spout.
Yeah, basically Incy Wincy Spidering is how you do time. And you're up to Wincy right now, the second Wincy. So yeah, you're getting close.
Well, all right. So I turn to the maitre d' and I'm basically going to look like I'm moving in a huff. Like, this simply isn't good enough.
Yeah. Where are you going to huff off to?
Away from this door, like sort of towards.
Do you want to move yourself?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm just zooming in. My controls on this are not great. So, no, I've just zoomed back.
I just keep see your hand gliding past it. Like,
yeah, the sensitivity of the control.
Let me move him for you. Where do you want him to go?
Yeah, I do, because my laptop there can barely run this program, particularly when it's really heavily populated.
Put your blue hand where he's supposed
towards
to
the left.
Here.
Towards the left. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Towards the chandelier thingy, like right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone nods. Yes.
Cool. So, without further ado, what is going to happen? I think we should leave it at this point. Yeah, let's get back to our numbskulls. So, numbskulls, you are sliding now down a chimney, living out your best Santa Claus realness fantasies. And let's put the chimney in so you can see exactly where you two boneheads are. Completely cocked this up. There's like 1, 2, 3.
Don't blame
4.
us, blame the dice.
Yeah. So you guys are roughly here-ish.
It's going to be one of those Warner Brothers cartoons where they're going through a pub and going smack, smack, smack.
Yeah, I'm going to give you like 2 opportunities to slow your speed before you just drop the last like 5 yards straight onto the iron.
Go all my wounds.
Pretty much. Okay, so you're going to make initiative tests to try and stop yourselves.
Do you want to go this one first, Pete?
I'll go first.
Yeah, Pete goes first, and then Kim definitely goes second. Okay, that's a success.
There we go.
Okay, you managed to skid your feet out and you basically put your bum on the floor, and like how dogs drag their asses on the grass to clean themselves. It's like that. You put your ass on the floor, and then you put your feet out either side of the chimney, and you just like skid on your ass to a halt at this bend here. Now, the interesting thing is, Clem,
yes?
Why don't you roll and see what happens?
I think I will. Thank you very much.
It's 47. That the computer says 4. You lucky dog.
Does.
You lucky bastard. That's 47. What is your initiative, please?
My initiative is that's the NI. Yeah. Okay. That's 39, unfortunately. So a fail, but not a great one.
Okay, you failed, but not a great one. Okay, so you slam into his back. Please make a strength test, Teddy. I'm going to give you plus 10 because your feet are so purchased.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, he slides into you. You put your feet even harder against your buttocks. Are really straining with the weight, and then something just bricks just give, and you just carry on sliding. But you're not going as fast as you were. But both of you are continuing to slide now. And you're still like on your ass, just sliding down his chain.
So let me get this straight, Neil. So we're sliding down a pipe. He's clenching his buttocks whilst I slam into the back of him. Has this turned into a porno?
Not yet. This is some chance.
I felt Ren and Stimpy actually, not.
It's more like Ren and Stimpy, less porno. All right, so you two numbskulls are doing great. Okay, back to the Viz. So Viz.
At least we're getting down there quick.
Yeah. So Viz, the
comedy gold, man. Comedy gold.
So Viz, talk us through the traps, if you can remember, because the timer is now hit, and the first thing that happens is going to be actually the smoke.
Bang. Flashbang.
Oh, the flashbang. That's what it was first.
There's the flashbang over by the waiter's door, which was what was meant to send a waiter keeling over. But never mind. As the waiter, I like the idea that as that waiter recovers, that poor waiter, they like recover their tray and they're about to, like, they've scampered back into the kitchen and they've gone and grabbed something else and they're coming back. I don't know.
He walks straight into the flashbang.
Because I'm rewriting because I accidentally sort of.
No, I think it's great. He did scurry off. He is now catching another tray because there are other waiters clearing up his mess. So they're pretty well regimented, in practice. So he's now coming out of the kitchen straight in towards the table. He's now carrying these very delicate hors d'oeuvres on this very large silver tray. And he's walking towards the table where the flashbang is. And you just see him sort of do this whew motion, and the flashbang immediately goes bzzz, and like flashes off. Viz, you also, the second, because you've been counting down, you've been taking out this pair of rose-tinted, heavily darkened rose-tinted sunglasses.
Oh yeah, no, I did that as I moved away across the floor. Cool. I sort of put those on, and as I turn back around to look at the carnage, I have them on,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very cool.
So I'm leaning against the wall next to the release for the chandelier.
Yeah. And Val has turned over onto her face and is pretending to cry a lot. And actually what she's doing is hiding her eyes from what she knows is about to happen. But she's like, oh, like that, on the floor, rolling around the food. And as she does that, as you turn back in a very cool way with your sunglasses back on suddenly, looking very Matrixy, this flashbang just goes like that, and all these people here are instantly blinded. And a lot of them just start clattering around. These two soldiers stagger back, one falls over, the captain leans against the wall, screams out, the portly gentleman starts holding his eyes exactly like this dude is doing. Wow, look at that. And a lot of the people are starting to scream. At that point, the smoke bomb goes
number two.
Yeah.
The incendiary device on the opposite side of the room.
Oh yes, this one.
Then goes off with a work and sets fire to the tapestry.
Nice. Okay, that just immediately bursts into flames. People start screaming. They're immediately panicking. So the women and men start falling over each other. Tables go clattering. The guards start rushing towards over this direction, like this. The other guard, the dwarf, is pulling back the old dude. And some of his people are coming around him as well. This woman's screaming. This other woman starts screaming, going back. This woman's staggering around because she's blinded. This guard is blinded as well. Has now pulled out his sword and is lashing out because he thinks there's like an attack or something. And there's mayhem. The whole thing is going completely berserk.
I should say, every time one of these things goes off, the Viz clicks his fingers just before.
Yeah, do it, Tom.
So we're on number 2. Then number 3, he actually points his hand towards the large lady with the bustle.
Yeah, who's over
that
here?
he danced with earlier.
Yeah.
Clicks his fingers again.
Yeah.
And then in a very noxious sort of brownish gas.
Wow.
With a big
What does the gas do, by the way?
I think it just smells really awful. It's stink gas. It's a stink bomb.
Sort of nausea test thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A nausea test. Okay, let's do that. That's fine. So I'm going to say all the people start smelling this thing and immediately go down. And they start literally collapsing, coughing and spluttering. Kind of like they've been maced, do you know what I mean? But with smoke. You see Val does this really interesting, roly-poly on the floor. And she rolls away from this woman and just stands straight up and immediately starts walking.
What is the lady who is doing the immense fart bomb doing? Is she
She's just standing there going, oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. She's throwing up as well. She's like, it wasn't me. Like that. Oh dear. And she's like, oh, heavens to me.
That's a lot of distractions going on here.
A lot of distractions going on. These dudes are stepping back because they can see the noxious gas. That's just because the gas is pumping out of her. It's not even like it's an explosion. It's just it's pumping out. So, just to break it down for you, these two guards are blinded. This old dude's blinded. This guard over here is blinded. Val is fine. She's rolled away from the noxious thing. She's now making her way towards the vault. These dudes are being pulled back. The dwarf is pulling this dude back and trying to go for this door here. Pete, can you move your hand, please, mate?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So he's now pulling this old dude back to this point, and some of the staff are trying to help him, and the women are coming with him. This woman's still screaming at this burning tapestry. These dudes, one knight is standing there looking really stupid, just whacking it with his shield. Another knight is rushing over to a table where there's some water, and looks like he's going to try and douse it. Some of the other people are just standing there completely agog, not knowing what the hell is going on. If you wanted, there's quite a few people. One of the guards is directly underneath the chandelier.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, so I was going to wait until guards pass underneath the
Yeah, there's one
chandelier.
dude right here now. Yeah.
That's all right. Time to drop the fucker.
Okay, I'm going to
With
say
the final click, of my fingers, is it a lever or like a rope?
let's just say it's a lever, like to make it nice and funny. Let's just say it's a lever. Okay.
And so I just sort of smack it hard upwards, and at that point, releases the chain.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So you literally just go, you click, and then you just flick it, and it goes, and just slams down on top of the old. Well, the old woman's not quite there. On top of the maitre d', who looks up and goes, you just hear her say at last, "Oh dear, what a day!" And just like,
God, I wasn't trying to kill a random.
well, she's under there as well, man. But it's too late now. But she actually stands there. The funny thing is, the chandelier is quite big. It's not like a proper glass chandelier. It's like one of those open ones, old-fashioned Basil Rathbone things. So she just stands there. It just drops around her and doesn't hit her at all. But it completely takes out this guard. He just gets squished by it. This other woman, like, just, you know, there's a couple of people that are hurt, but nobody looks like they're dead. Maybe the guard's dead, but nobody else looks like they've been killed. So you did it with panache and style, so, you know.
All right,
I think you've missed one, Tom.
I missed the guard.
No, the what is it? One more trap you
there's one
set.
more trap you set, which is the dude over here. So the last moment, Viz, you set the
Oh, I
chandelier
forgot
off.
one.
You set the chandelier off, and the last moment you see the old guy, who does this funny look. He just looks straight at you because he's been noticing you clicking your fingers and pointing. And his hand comes up and just starts just about to point towards
the poison!
you. Yeah. He's just about to point towards you when suddenly he just opens his mouth and vomits. And it's just like projectile vomiting straight across the floor. And he completely...
I like to think that there's just a lot of vomiting going. This room has turned into a vomitorium,
Do you know that bit
basically.
of Stand By Me? The pie
just
contest?
people vomiting everywhere. At which point I get out some smelling salts and just like rub under my nose as well. Like, a little white sort of moustache under my nose. I actually draw it into the shape of a curly moustache.
Nice, fascinating. Very, very sweet.
So to protect my nose from the vomit smell that can be infectious.
Now, at this point, you both think that Knuckles should be probably approaching very quickly the entrance of this castle. That's the plan. You see Val is heading towards the vault doors. What are you going to do, Tom? We're going to go back to the numbskulls in a second.
Can we not drop that?
Other guards, the guards that are staggering around.
They can't see you. They're completely blinded.
Well, I'm feeling like shanking some of them.
You can. The captain and the sergeant are both there. The two dudes.
Can I? Are they? How close together are they?
They're right next to each other. They're basically prone, so it's an automatic
it's
hit.
going to be a double shanking.
Okay.
I'm going to walk towards them, and as I do, I sort of pull out these two stilettos, which I twirl, and shanking, like one in the back of each of them.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed style, motherfuckers.
Okay, cool. So basically just roll a straight damage roll. It's double damage. And if you basically just want to see if you can kill them in one hit. So 1d6 for one of them, and it's double it. And if you get over a certain amount, they're basically dead. So yeah.
Hang on, let me just check if I've got any abilities that will aid this.
Okay.
You got a Strike Mighty Blow in there?
No, I'm not that kind of...
No, I suppose you're not.
I'm a rogue. No, I've got dual wield, so...
That's fine. That's okay.
Doing them both at the same time is not...
Yeah, it's totally fair. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Roll d6?
No, I've got nothing to give me a bonus, so here we go.
Okay.
Come on, not one.
That's a 6, so let's just say that's an instant kill. That's an instant kill, it's a critical kill. So it's a critical hit. So, okay, that's 1, and let's just roll the other one to see if the other guy goes down instantly. This would be very cool, sir, if you do it.
That was the captain, the first one.
That was the captain, yeah. And a 4, that's 8. Yeah, that's going to do it. Okay, so you basically just go up to both of them, you Assassin's Creed both of them in the back of the net at the same time, and they just both drop down. But there's so much pandemonium and chaos, nobody notices. And this dude over here is blinded anyway. And this dude's vomiting, and the dwarf's trying to help him, and he's vomiting all over the dwarf, and all over his friends, all over his onlookers. So these two drop and slide against the wall, and you just turn back, and Val just nods, like kind of nicely done. And she's already...
I I turn and look at Val and say, "No one fucks with the Earl of T-Shire."
In fact, as you do that, you actually take off the key to the captain's belt, which you know is the vault key, and you take it off and flip it to her. And as you say that as you flick it, she just catches it in one hand and very quickly opens the door, and you both slip inside the vault. So the vault door is open, but you've left it to, so it's kind of closed too. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's like this. So as opposed to like completely locked, it's got a slight gap in it now. But from a casual observer, it may look locked still. But you've got a way out, basically. She pockets the key and walks straight into the vault. And you two are now heading towards the vault, which is a good segue to get back into the numbskulls. You are now the numbskulls. It's just your thing.
I thought we were doing all right, to be honest. The number of rolls we've done.
What, before you fell out of the tree? You were doing great before you fell out of the tree. Yeah. Before you fell out of the tree, think life was good, things were sterling. And you were professionals.
I'll have you know, Neil, the floor really loves us.
Yeah, the floor absolutely loves you.
It rises up to greet us.
You're like Spider-Man. You're like sort of ground boy. I just love the floor. I just want to stick to the floor.
What's your superpower? Falling.
So you two are currently like at this position here. If you want to see the very far end of the table. And this is where the door is. That's where the door is slightly open there. Let's see, like this, it's like that. That makes sense. And these are the stairs going down into the courtyard. Now, you know there is a guard. There should be guards. You don't know how many guards are in the vault. It's the only thing you didn't know. You knew it was heavily guarded, but when you get around this corner, you're going to have to work out what to do from now on. Hopefully, at this point, these idiots should be able to help you from the inside. Speaking of the idiots, let's go back and see what's going on. So you two are now sliding down a little, not as fast as you were. You're going to have one more initiative test to brace yourself before you hit that drop, Pete.
Okay, let's go. Initiative was good. Initiative was good.
Okay, cool. So you slam your legs in again like a dog on its ass. You sort of like, and I'm going to say because the entrance is like this is the last bit. You managed to slam it hard enough, and even though he's right next to you, so actually you can stop both of you this time, as opposed to him slamming into you afterwards. He's basically on top of you. So you managed to slam in. You like with your butt the whole way down, and just at the entrance to the last bit of the drop. You manage to stop yourself, and you're both now looking down into the vault. And you can see beneath you the vault itself with a tiny bit of light that it has, a light source from a lantern or something. So the vault is like this, directly beneath you. This is the grate, which looks like it's locked, but you don't know what the lock's like, but it looks like a relatively straightforward lock, so nothing crazy. The drop is about 4 yards, so you can easily get down it, basically. But now that you've come to a stop, having slid on your ass the entire way down this thing. Yeah.
We meant to do that. Yeah, cool. Then
We got there quickly, didn't we?
You got there very quickly. You got there on time.
Yeah.
For all the wrong reasons. All right. So, Teddy, and I'm going to hand it over to Teddy and Tracker. What are you two doing?
Well, it's time to lower ourselves down. I'll go first to see if there's anyone obviously below us.
I assume you said the grate was locked. How is it locked?
With a lock?
Just the one. Okay, cool. No, I just need to know how many, because that's kind of...
No, it's only one lock. There's only a simple lock. Pete, you can easily take care of this lock. This is not something...
Okay, cool.
Can I just say, I've just realised, we're in the vault, right?
You're walking...
You're heading towards it.
Yeah. You're over here. This way
we're not... Oh, yeah, we're not actually in it.
No, you're in the sort of antechamber before the vault.
Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Carry on.
Okay.
Okay, so Pete, if you want to...
Do I need to roll, Neil? Or...
you need to roll a lockpick test, yeah, but you got plus 30, man. You should be able to make this.
Well, I'm grabbing hold of the grate so I don't fall down.
Yeah, okay,
yeah, that's
50
fine.
is an easy pass. Okay, you open it really easily. You swing it open. And you're going to hold down and drop into it, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
yes, I think the only thing we've got really. I mean, we're just going to have to surprise the guards because we don't have. But they would have heard us coming down anyway. We're done here.
No, actually. Anyway, so you managed to land very easily on a table. You both stop and just look around. You are surrounded by more wealth than you've ever even dreamt of. There are gold bars. There are chests full of gold. There are gemstones. There are sapphires. There is so much wealth in this room. And also on top of which there are the things that you've come here to steal, which is a set of these very special sapphires. Or I can't remember. This is not canon. What the hell were you supposed to be stealing? Gemstones, right? Was it gemstones?
We were there was it was a set of jewellery. They had paste versions actually on display, and the real ones were going to stay in the vault.
That's it. So this thing, so there's lots of gold and coinage and all this other stuff over here. But over here, you see to your left, there is an open case. Because this vault itself is supposed to be so secure, they're actually just open, and they're each in these little holders. And both of you stop. Both of you start salivating instantly. You're drooling basically. You took around not only all this wealth, and literally it's like Aladdin's cave. There's just stuff everywhere, tapestries and suits of armor and weapons and all this kind of stuff. And over here there is the bank of this jewelry set, and it shines with a brilliance off the light source that's in there, which is this very large storm lantern, enormous storm lantern, which obviously burns for days, and is actually shining across the entire room. So it looks like one of those discotheques. Like a discotheque with like laser lights and all that kind of stuff. The whole room is illuminated with a spectrum of colour, and as you walk towards it, you sort of hold your hands up in this kind of amazingly dazed experience where the hand is kind of like psychotropic and almost just moving across your bodies. This thing is absolutely extraordinary, and there's so much of it, and you're just surrounded by wealth. There's like chests of gems over here. There's more like notes of some kind with writing on them that you don't know what it is. There's artwork against the walls. There's like old, there's like loots that have been exquisitely made. There's tapestries and all kinds of shit. A suit of armor is here. Weapons rack is just over here with all these weapons on it. It's extraordinary. It looks amazing.
Right. Okay. What worries me mainly is how many guards have we just fallen into the lap of?
None. You look around yourself and you're inside the vault.
What's the catch?
The catch is, if you turn around, the only way in and out of this thing is this enormous vault door, which is like this, and it's about the same length of it's like the length of a coach, and the height of a coach as well. And in the centre of it, there's a very complicated spinning mechanism. With like a ring around it, and you suddenly Tracker didn't realise the plan, so Tracker suddenly goes, "Oh, we're in the vault! Oh, we're in the vault!
Numbskull.
Oh shit, we're inside the vault!"
Hey, wait, why are you calling me a numbskull? You're the one who said you could do the door. There's the door. Go do it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on it. You get the gems.
That piece of paper, you know, the one you fluffed right at the back at the beginning?
Yeah.
That's probably what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, completely.
You instantly recognise that the piece of paper was relating to this door. You have absolutely no idea what the fuck this thing is. You just know it's a big fucking lock, Teddy. Okay, so what is the plan between you two numbskulls?
Well, I'm going to start playing with this door, I guess. Try and figure it out.
Good luck with that. Okay, so you start doing that. As that happens, both Val and also the Viz get to the corner. Val pops her head around very briefly and sees two guards that have turned their attention back to the main door. So I'm just get some guards up. Let's get these two. Why not? There's two guards here that have turned their attention to the door. They're both standing by the door, but they're sort of turning it inwards like this, like that, and they're just both looking out. What are you gonna do, folks?
Are you talking to me? Because I am.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's you and Val, isn't it? It's me. So you and I.
Val is a MPT. Let me just. Sorry, I'm just checking my sheet to see if there's anything I could do here.
You got any bombs left or anything?
Yes, he does actually. He has the really dangerous ones.
So as they come round the corner, do they notice me?
Not yet.
They're facing towards the vault.
Oh, interesting. I mean, that makes it a lot easier.
Obviously heard us fall to us and screaming as we go down the slide.
Yeah, I'm considering my option. I'm going to yell at them. You there, something is happening out in the Great Hall. It's absolute pandemonium. There's fire and everything. And as they turn around, throwing daggers, two blades. Again, I'm going to try to... If I got double dual wield. Can I dual wield throwing? Can I dual?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna see you can.
the viz is fucking awesome. I love it.
Awesome, dude. This is great. I really want to kill him off.
All right. So yeah, throwing daggers. One on each. I'm aiming for their throats.
Okay.
Is that a bow skill? I'm
It's
guessing.
ballistic skill, but give yourself plus 20 because you do have specialist skill throwing daggers, and you've got like acrobatics and clowning, a whole bunch of cool shit. So
Okay, so I need to roll under 50.
Which of the dice can you use?
I don't know. I don't trust any dice.
Thomas DeVille. Thomas DeVille. You need to learn to trust people.
Oh, the controls. Hang on, mate.
I mean, look, dude. I mean, so far in this episode, you've got to James Bond the entire thing, and we've got pavement.
Rubbed your ass on the floor, basically, if you don't.
Right, let's
I
try
think you're doing okay.
All right, here we go. 47. What's your ballistic skill, dude?
Yeah, it's 51.
Oh
I had
my
to get
god,
on.
yes. Oh, let's just do it as a double hit. So roll 2d6. One is for the left, one is for the right. Okay? These two.
2d6.
Yeah, 1d6 for the guy on the left, 1d6 for the guy on the right.
Oh, I see. 2d6.
Camera left and right, not your. If you're looking, your characters left and right. Okay, so that's a 2.
Then he rolls the other dice.
What's your strength?
My strength is 4.
Okay, so that's a 6 hit. So that you hit the dude in the shoulder, but you clearly don't kill him. But he just slams against the wall and it's like, oh, like that. And what are you going to do with the other dude? Let's roll it at d6. Maybe
For that.
That's a 4, so that's an 8. Okay, so you actually throw this dagger and it goes straight into this dude's throat and goes and just falls to the floor and collapses and just dies. But this dude is like slammed against it. You see him fumbling at his not at his where the dagger is, but he's fumbling around his neck, and he seems to be getting something in his hand. Then Val starts running, like she just breaks into a run towards the dude.
Yeah, Val, kick his ass.
Yeah, she just breaks into a run before the dude hits, and then just literally leaps on top of him. And she's got this like these two. Her boots are like in front of her, like she's in this crouch in the air, and she just clicks her heels together in the air and slams down this dude's chest. And the weirdest thing happened: the guy slams to the floor with her on top of her, but she just stays there. She just sticks to him, and then she just like wrenches both of her feet out of this dude who's on the floor, and she's standing on top of him. And you see these blades that have just jutted out the bottom of her boots, and she just pushes them very gently back in using the stone steps behind her, the stone floor behind her, back into position into these boots. And she's just basically like she's just pierced this dude by like jumping on top of him. It's pretty cool.
Well, so I say to her, well, thank you for mopping up.
Actually,
Dear.
Can we change it to, well, he certainly got the point, darling. Is that good?
No murder would be complete without a serious cleat.
Okay, he certainly got the point. All right.
That's right. Okay.
The biz is a bit of a prick.
The business is a bit of a prick, yeah. So she sort of like circles your neck with her arms and goes, now, do you want to see if these numbskulls have done their job properly, or shall I?
After you, darling.
She goes, yes. And she just walks to the door and she goes, tap, 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 like that. Pete, you hear it tap, 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 tap very faintly through the massive door that you're currently trying to jimmy lock open. Tracker, what are you doing? You're at the gemstones right now, I'm assuming.
Okay, well, my character would assume that he has this door because he was so confident that he had this door.
Sure.
So I'm going to, if we can divide and conquer here, I'm going to try and open the case and get at the main reason we are here is the jewelry. So that's what I'm doing.
So how are you going to open the case? The case is locked. It's glass case though.
Okay, I am going to take my axe. I'm not going to smash it because that would be very difficult to get the stuff out of. I'm going to try and take off the lock.
With an axe. Okay, cool.
With an axe.
All right, great. Make a weapon skill roll to be precise. And if it's automatic, then you take it off. No worries. 46.
46. Ooh, that's tight.
What's your weapon skill?
It is 51.
Great.
That's a success.
Okay, so you sort of stand back and can you say something to the lock? Because, you know...
You certainly get the point. Oh, no.
Oh, damn, you said it.
Give us something.
That's really annoying. That was the line I was going to use.
Give me something. Sucks to be... give us your famous... Your catchphrase. Well, sucks to be you.
Well, sucks to be you.
There you go. That's your
We'll be
catchphrase.
taking those gems then.
And then you just go bam, and you smash the lock off in one fell swoop. Pete, it is really very much over to you, sir. What are you going to do?
Well,
buddy?
what am I? Well, trying to figure out what to do with this bloody handle, right?
First, make an intelligence test.
Oh, we're a vagabond, Neil. I've got no intelligence.
Plus 10, because you do have pick lock.
He has seen this thing before, I suppose.
Well, okay, you didn't have to do that again, dude, because I don't know. That's 30 or 40. Which one will pass? You should be using this dice, sir.
Sorry.
What's your intelligence?
27.
Fine. You're gonna have to roll these two again. I'm throwing you a bone here, mate. So do the roll again, please. Thank you. That's 37 you need. 41. It's very close. So just slight fail. So
you know what? Teddy, you know. Luck. I thought Teddy had luck.
No.
I'm one of those halflings without luck.
He's one of the vagabonds that doesn't have luck. So you basically look at the thing and just scratch your head and you stare at it for a long time. You kind of get the idea of it, but you're not gleaming any like inside amazing epiphanies about this door. You do know that you can put your lockpicks in to try it, but you don't gain any advantages from studying it.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
So it has a particularly high lock rating. It's your initiative plus 20, plus 10, which is 30, minus 50. Because this is one of the most complicated locks you've ever come across.
You're being very kind there, Neil, because it should be a dexterity test.
Oh, thank you. Dexterity. So dexterity plus 30, minus 50, please.
So that is going to be 23.
Wow. You son of a bitch, 23! Are you fucking out of your mind? 23!
When he needs it, he pulls it out of the bag.
That's like that's the best roll of Vagabond's ever done.
Well, as soon as I called out, it was the number that I actually needed the second before it rolled.
Amazing.
Look, we've literally spent most of this episode bouncing along on our heads. Can we just have this, please?
I'm not even angry. I'm not even vaguely angry. So that's fantastic. So you're sweating buckets through your eyes to the point where you actually get so frustrated, sweat gets in your eye, you wipe your brow and you move your hand, and as you move your hand, you somehow accidentally click the lockpick into the one position that you needed to go, and the door just goes, and this spinning thing just spins like crazy. And then gradually this door, this enormous fuck-off, massive iron steel door, just goes like that and just opens with a and just slams open like that. And suddenly the door's open. And you're like, oh my god.
Never doubted myself for a second.
Yeah. And as you say...
Hey, you're good little man.
Yeah, you stand and Tracker, as you say that, you've got all the gems, you've turned around, you go, hey, good little man. And Pete just gives you a thumbs up. And as he does that, you just see
it's crack the knuckles and just like turn from it coolly, you know.
Yeah, sure, you turn from it coolly.
Thumbs up.
As you do,
am I going to survive the rest of this sentence?
No idea. As you do, these two guards just like pop their heads around and go, hello. What are you doing in there then? And they just like look at you, and then you just hear this ding 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 from the other door behind them. Cool, that's your moment over. Viz and
I think I'm going to retire on that moment of glory as well.
Sure. Viz, yeah, you should do. It's never going to get better than this. This is it, Pete.
I'm now an NPC.
It's never going to get better than that. So Viz and Val's just done that. You just hear sort of, what are you doing? And Val just looks very sharply at you, Viz, in that look, that same ashen-faced look, but this time she's not smiling.
Right. Okay. I mean, look, guards are guards. We've already taken a few down. We're going to take a few more down.
All right.
So are we going to just sort of so does Val look at me like, and I look at her like we've just heard the voices?
Yeah, you just heard something's going on inside. Now, here's the thing. Just so you know, the plan originally was not to get you through this door. The plan for Pete and Tracker was to open the vault door here. So presumably the way that you're going through this door is because the guards have the key.
Right.
The guard's next to you. So this door here is like the door outside of the main vault. The main vault door is the thing that Pete just opened. So the plan was you get yourself through these doors. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why? What does that matter? We're not going with. We're just rolling at the moment.
No. What I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying. Okay, you are a vagabond. Okay, I should spell that out. The guards, the two guards you just took out, have
the guards have got the key.
They've got the key, dude. So one of them has the key to this door that you're standing in front of.
Search the guards, man.
Search the guards.
Sorry, I thought we'd already gone through the door, and I thought we'd opened the door.
No, you haven't opened the door yet. No, you just killed the two guards, and she rapped on the door to try and get these two. The plan was to get the guards' attention. They're gonna open the door. You're gonna open the door, and then you're gonna kill the next two guards, and so on and so forth. But these two idiots are just gonna open up the vault and then come out this way to try and kill these guards from behind. That was the idea of it, anyway.
Right, gotcha. I mean, either
a little convoluted, but you know.
Their backs to one of us.
Yeah,
so
exactly. That's the point. Yeah, you can split them into two, basically.
Okay, so I have a plan.
What's the plan, Viz?
So Val starts asking the guard, the dead guards for the key.
Yeah.
And I just sort of look at her and raise an eyebrow, like, please, I've got a better idea, okay? At which point I've got frag bombs on my belt.
Yeah.
I'm going to what is a frag bomb? Is it like a grenade?
Yeah.
I presume it's strong enough to blow a door down.
I think so. I think this is it's an iron door, but yeah, you could blow off its hinges if you pack it right. You've got bombs, haven't you? Specialist weapons bombs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You're going to entry charge the door.
Yes. I'm
Cool.
Sure.
Use a key, use explosives. Use a key, use explosives. I'm with you, Tom. Use explosives.
Yeah, why not?
I quite like the idea of trying to blow the door into the guards that have just turned their backs to it.
Yeah. I love it.
So yeah, can I attach the bomb? Yeah, I'll attach a frag bomb on each of the hinges.
Okay. Yep.
And then we'll
For our
like.
potential exit.
Sorry.
Don't you want to save one maybe for our potential exit, just in case you need it?
6.
You got? Oh right, okay, we're fine then.
Oh no, I tell a lie. I don't know how many I've got actually. I think I've got 2 maybe.
That's all right. We just use it. We'd rather you blow the door down.
Yeah,
than
no,
what?
I'm being cautious. I do apologise.
I've got other stuff. So yeah, well, I'm going to pack 1 against each hinge.
Okay.
Do I have to roll anything?
No, I don't think so, to be honest. It's one of those things I'd rather have the flavour of it. I think this is really cool. Alright, so you pack each hinge with these bombs. And then you and Val, like you set the charge to a very short charge. You motion Val, who instantly gets it, and she runs back to the corridor here. So you're sort of protected around the corner. And then it just goes... Okay, let's very quickly move back into the vault. So, Teddy, you've now these 2 guards are right there, and they've now pulled their weapons out and just like stand where you are, hold in the name of the count. And then another 2 have also come over here as well. So there's 4 guards in total. The other 2 are around the corner, so they've all rushed up and now just pointing their spears and weapons at you, at both of you there. Clem, check your messages, mate. Okay,
right,
so what? Ooh, it's just frozen. So what do you want to do, Pete? And
Count? Who's the count? I'm just going to try and distract him with a bit of fast talk.
Do you have blather?
No.
Okay, good luck with that. So
Just,
maybe,
just a fellowship roll.
not really. I mean, that's not a very convincing argument about anything. You say, count, who's the count? Like, come up with something better and I'll let you make a roll for it.
Well, I just fell down the chimney, right? And here we are. And I had to open this door to get out. And suddenly there's you guys talking about a count. Who's the count? You're still not convinced, are you?
Not at all. You can make a fellowship test minus 30. Yeah.
Let's just roll some dice.
You motherfucker! You complete bastard! That's a fucking critical success. Oh, you son of a bitch! What's going on? You've loaded these dice. Wow. Okay, you basically think about Ratty, and you start channeling Ratty, and you start blathering like Ratty would. In fact, your accent goes a little.
What are you doing now? You don't? Oh, it's not Ratty, is it? I can't do Ratty.
Yeah, Ratty's
Country.
yeah, yeah, it's country, isn't it? Yeah.
Country. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But yes, let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Just trying to distract him for a few seconds. So,
Yeah,
you know,
basically,
whatever.
they just get stuck. You start twaddling on, and you start adding in a little bit of halfling speak, and you start like making basically a bit of a prat of yourself, and you start like speaking in tongues and running around and all this kind of shit, and basically just like completely
Not quite going that far. But sure.
Yeah, they're just literally looking at you like, "What the fuck are you doing, Tracker? What are you doing right now?"
Right, okay. I am keeping my what is it? Things going on.
Yeah.
I'm turning around. I'm walking towards where Teddy is.
Are you taking the gems?
Yeah, you need to like get
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, we've 4 people here, which is a bit of a worry. So the thing is, we can pick up the gems at any point in time. You know, after these guards have been taken out.
Yeah.
So I need to slowly approach Teddy, getting my my repeating crossbow ready.
Yeah, you got repeating crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to aim it low at the moment because
Yep.
I'm aware that we've got the people on the other side as well.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna hip fire it.
Yeah, well, not yet.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
going to approach to a reasonable rate because I'm not going to be able to get that in a shot off as well, am I?
No,
Really?
but if you come over here, you could probably get an arc across most of them. You can just like sweep it across. The door's fucking enormous, so the hole
Yeah.
is fucking enormous. It's like here, like that. So you can probably get like 3 out of the 4. You'd probably be able to take a good shot at.
Okay, right.
And Teddy's like whirling around like a dervish, going like a chicken.
Let's not bring Mabel into this.
I know, right?
Oh, actually, probably you're right. Grabbing hold of the gems is probably a good idea.
Okay, so you swept the gems up.
Yeah,
There's
let's
enough time
just
to do it.
just swipe the gems.
You swipe the
Yeah,
gems.
yeah, no.
I think moving fast.
Yeah, we've got to move we're out of here, don't we? So I just need to stick with doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Cool. Right. Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, I'm a bit conflicted.
Sure. So you're standing there, and you're actually gonna shoot them, or you're just gonna hold it ready to shoot?
No, I said I was going to go back and actually grab the gems because
Oh no,
you know,
you've already grabbed the gems. I'm saying that you've had
Okay,
so
cool.
much time, you could have done that quite easily. So let's
Okay,
say
cool.
you've got the
Right, yeah.
gems already, and you're walking past everything else, but you've got the gems, and you're literally in your pocket. You know,
Okay,
in a-
right.
in a
Well,
rack.
I might as well take a shot at one then, I suppose.
You could arc across D3 of them. I'm going to say your repeating crossbow is not a normal one. It is a specialized repeating crossbow. It's only got an effective strength of 3, but it has a 45-degree arc that you can do 1d3 people in a group. You're shooting into a group, so you can just literally sweep it around like you're fanning, like you know when cowboys do that fan shooting shit, that really cool stuff. It's kind of like that, but with repeat. But you just hold down the trigger, so it's like a semi-automatic machine pistol or something like that. So you can roll. It's roll, and then you strike D3 people, and then it's D6 plus effective strength 3. It's a hell of a weapon, but it takes a long time to reload. That's why it's like only you get two or three shots off it, and then you have to reload when it's hopper. So so make a ballistic skill test. What's your ballistic skill?
It is 31. That's a miss.
Okay, so you sort of go. I don't know if you're shouting anything like "get down" or something like that, but something like that. You shout like, "Get down, little man," and you just go down. And you just spray all this like bolts going, and these guys like reacts like almost without thinking, and their shields come up, another one dives out the way, and one just plain misses.
Yeah, Neil, I'm sorry. I got to point out, repeating crossbow is not like a fucking machine gun.
And it's not a machine gun. It's two or three
more like
bolts.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's what he does. He goes boom, 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 boom. It was within like 6 seconds, and 6 seconds is a combat round. So it goes boom, boom, boom like that. And he just goes pow, pow, pow. Let me have my repeating crossbow.
It's not.
It's not a brr, brr. You're absolutely okay. Fine. Sound. If you're going to pick up on the sound effects, then I'm going to do a really shit explosion. Suddenly the doors blow off. Alright, so this repeating crossbow doesn't actually do anything, but it distracts the guards who sort of try to duck for cover or behind their shields. At that same moment, the doors just blow in, and two of the doors completely just smash straight into these dudes here and takes all three of these guys out. They completely just knocked out unconscious, and the doors are smashed and there's loads of smoke. Teddy, even you have to take a step back, even though you're a little far away. This dude's had to take a step back as well. And you just see walking through the smoke and the detritus behind them, in this very cool cinematic shot, is the Viz and Val just walking very slowly, almost like deliberately slowly, through the wreckage. Val sort of goes, "Hello, boys," and steps down, and she just pulls out
Bravo, you two, bravo.
She pulls out a pistol and just aims at this guard who's trying to struggle up to his hands and knees, and just shoots this dude straight in the head, and just puts him out of his misery. And the Viz walks past. At that point, the Viz also comes down and says, "Tom,
Gentlemen, are we happy?"
Not too bad. Where's the gentleman on the outside? Where's Crusher, whatever his name is?
Who?
The guy outside who's supposed to be running in as well.
Right, let's just get the heck out of here.
mean
Move.
Knuckles, that's it. Yeah.
you don't know where Knuckles is."
Or was Knuckles part of the plan?
He was supposed to run in with you guys, wasn't he?
Oh, I guess he didn't. Dungeon Master, what happened to Knuckles?
Don't know.
Knuckles is a traitor. We're gonna...
Enough of these shenanigans. I am pegging it as do a full Teddy.
Okay, so
Thanks for opening the door. Let's go.
Thanks, lads. So Peggy starts like legging it past you. At that point, Val just grabs him by the cuff of the neck and he hoiks him off his feet and just slams him back behind him. He goes, "No, darling, not until we've got everything we came for. The gems were only part of the deal." And she starts walking in towards the vault. Viz, you know that she's after something of great import. There's a very particular gem which is kept in a very particular box here. And it's supposed to be of great power and great. It's supposed to be like something which is worth a lot of money. And she's walking past the other gemstone straight into the vault. What do you want to do, Viz?
I mean, I'm going to allow it to happen. I don't know what.
Okay.
I definitely Biz always takes a souvenir, so I'm basically Biz just is sticking his head inside the vault.
Yeah, sure.
Looking for something that takes his fancy.
You find something actually. You find this incredibly beautiful, like a whole bunch of like snuff boxes, but they're encrusted with gemstones. They're like they're worth like a small house basically.
They easily yeah. I mean, he likes like easily pocketable things that are very valuable. So that sounds perfect for the Viz. So he just swipes those and says to Val, get whatever trinket you're after, and then let's get out of here.
Okay, Corey. As you do that, you both do that. You hear this from behind you, and it sounds very.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, gentlemen, lady, Viz. I'm a member of the Count's Guard, and you're going nowhere. And I closed the door.
Okay.
I closed the vault door.
Gods.
So as you both stand dumbfounded, the door starts slowing to like a close, and at that point, Teddy.
I just text you to say, can I shut the vault?
Yeah, I just saw that. So as it starts closing, you get to right to the crack, and you start helping it close. As these two idiots start who completely dumbfounded, start eventually moving towards the door. And right at the last bit, Val's face comes right to like the gap in the door, which is too small for her to squeeze through without being crushed by this enormous door. And you have one last chance to say something face to face to her as the door starts closing.
Loving you too, darling.
And just,
been a pleasure.
the door just goes BAM and just closes. Val just looks at you, Viz, and you're holding this snuff box in your hand. Like, was it worth it? And then she looks at you and goes, "Oh shit!" At that moment, the storm lantern in the corner over here just suddenly dies, and all the flame goes out and pitches both of you into perpetual darkness. Do you want to say anything else, Tom, before your character makes a little exit out of this game?
Well, this is quite a jam.
Great. Okay, cool. So you two are now out of this game, I'm afraid. You are very firmly in the vault, and neither of you can have lockpicking skills to get out of it. Pete, you start running off again, and you're immediately yanked back.
Are we locked in with the traitorous
No, you're
tracker?
Tracker's on the other side.
Oh,
He was
I
pointing.
thought Tracker was inside as well.
No. Tracker helped
Yeah,
you close the door.
it sounded like Tracker was
Oh,
sealing.
I'm sorry. Tracker was on the outside with a repeating crossbow pointed at you, and he then started closing the vault door. Teddy then came up to help him close the vault door, and as he did at the last crack, with Val was right here, he then says that the door closes, slams shut, locking both of you two inside the vault, with Tracker and Teddy on the other side of the vault. You've been basically been double crossed.
By those two bastards.
Yeah.
All right, I thought that Tracker was working for the people who own the castle, and Teddy just slipped out as Tracker closed the door.
Oh right, see, no. You're very much on the outside. Yeah, you're very much on the inside. Okay, so Teddy and Tracker.
Still can't run away.
No, you still can't run away. Tracker's now pointing the repeating crossbow at you, by the way.
Look, I didn't take anything. Just let me go.
I know you didn't, Teddy. I know you didn't, Teddy. That's why I didn't lock you in the vault. You know, there's only certain numbers of people. I have special job for you, Teddy. I have special job for you. I can just call the guards now and, well, see how long you last.
You two
What is it you need?
You two start walking out, and he bundles you through because obviously being caught down here was a bad idea. He bundles you back into the main room where there's still pandemonium and chaos. He walks you through very quietly but very quickly through the main ballroom where there's a lot of shit happening. People are like throwing up everywhere and fires going on. The guards are trying to lock everything down. People are rushing through the main gates. At that point, around the corner, Knuckles appears in the carriage, in the cart, and Tracker just like hoiks you straight into the back of it and lifts you up. He nods to Knuckles, who nods back, and Knuckles, his demeanor has completely changed. He doesn't seem to be so like disinterested and aloof. He's actually very focused right now, and he just goes, "Come on, chick, chick, chick," and he just jeers up the two horses, and the whole cart just trots out of the courtyard and just starts going down through. He picks up pace, so he's almost like running down people, to be honest. But people get out of the way. Obviously, he doesn't kill anybody. But he's like moving the cart very quickly down, and very quickly you are out of the castle grounds and away into the streets of Grenier, heading to a location unknown.
Why? Hey, what's going on here then? Why are we leaving the building? I thought you were taking me to see the count.
Well, Teddy, you know, I spin stories for people. I spin stories for the people left in the vault, and then I tell you the truth. I work for the Order of the Griffin. You may have heard of us. We are the hands and the eyes of the Emperor.
Yeah, Teddy, you think it's the Order of the Griffin, which is a hen party and a stag do company that you once got drunk at? I'm pretty sure it's them.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty sure it's them.
All right. So you're the guys with the fuzzy dice and the daggers across the chest.
There's enough, isn't it? Fuzzy dice.
That's very funny, Teddy, but not quite the case. We are the eyes and the hands of the Emperor, and we do the things which lots of people don't really want to know about.
Wait, you know the Emperor?
We work for him. Yeah.
Could you get me an autograph?
I could get you killed in his dungeon. Now I think you should listen, shouldn't you? So,
There's no way out of this carriage that I can like easy way to jump out. We're going too fast, sort of thing. It's too risky.
You notice that this dude has pulled out this weird mechanical crossbow thing that he's got, which has been under his sort of cloak, and it's pointing straight at you. You also realise that it kind of looks. You've seen one. You've heard of one before. You've never seen one, but this is what they call a repeating crossbow. You've seen it with him with it earlier, but he's never actually like. I don't think he's used.
The one that he shot the guards with earlier.
Yeah, that's right. But this thing really goes, really like churns out. So you saw him use it earlier, and it's pretty fucking deadly. And he's your point blank range. This thing's just going to scoot through you like a hot knife through a halfling. A hot knife through a buttery halfling. So yeah, it's not a great look.
I just don't understand. Why did you want me? What have I got that you couldn't get out? The Viz, for example, he's a much more experienced, better sort of person to work for the Emperor, surely.
Well, you see, Teddy, that you have two major advantages over, say, the Viz. You are small and you get into places. Also, like the timid rabbit, you are faithful, and I like fearful things. I can control fearful things. You will do what we ask of you.
Do you want to make a
Won't you?
moo-ha-ha roll? I'm real thick there.
What dice would I roll that on?
That's a plus 10 to your moo-ha-ha roll. There, sorry.
So that falling out the tree thing, that was just all a ruse to lure me in and make me think that you're a simple person working.
No, I can be a klutz like anybody else, Teddy, but I do have your strings here.
Teddy, you also remember that he axed some poor, like, relatively innocent road warden who was just doing his job.
Yeah, well, what about that person you killed back when we first met?
Teddy, did you actually see him die? You did not.
It's a
You
good
were
point.
talking to Val.
It's a good point. All you heard was a clonk, which you thought was like an axe, like biting into something, but you have no idea if it would actually hit him. Nobody was watching, actually. Yeah,
And who else was there to comment on it, Teddy? The person driving the carriage.
That's right.
He was also my compatriot. You've been played, Teddy.
Played like a proverbial fiddle. Don't know where I'm going.
My head went to played like a salmon, but I don't know what that's about. All right, cool.
Like a salmon.
Pretty sure the expression is done me like a kipper, but I don't know. You done me like a kipper, ain't you? Yeah.
You done me like a kipper. All right then, mate. So you kind of got me dead to rights here. So what do you actually want me to do?
Well, you see, Teddy, there are some things that we need you to get. A small, timid thing that you are, and terribly good at thefting things. We need some items. They're on this piece of paper. Feel free to browse them. They're in a place called Les Maisons Tell. Yeah, you may have heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Good. So you will not be too concerned about getting in and getting into their crypt then, where we think these things are sitting.
Back in game, I guess. So can I read what's on the piece of paper, or is
You
it
can't
actually
read,
written?
Right,
Yeah.
but you can say yes. You say yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can fully get this. Of course I can. No worries, easy.
Bullshit it like you bullshitted the lock.
Exactly.
Right. Just getting random shit.
It's
From
in
one of those, you have no
absolute
idea.
fear. Of
You
course,
you come back with a fucking napkin and some sausages and a small Shetland pony, and you're like, here you go, got your shit.
Come to Teddy's head, he'll say yes to anything. Don't worry. Oh yeah, I got this down pat, easy. All right then. When do we start?
It has already begun.
Why do I always end up in these predicaments?
You're
All
just
right.
lucky. Sorry about that. You're lucky and you're expendable, is what you are, my friend. Well, let's look at it like this. What option do you have? You can run, and we will find you. You can get us our stuff, and we forget about you. About the
What else
length
do
of it,
What else do I get?
you don't spend the rest of your life in a prison.
The gulag.
The Kislevite.
We could go there
gulags, I'm
straight
not-
now. I know a big butch man who would love to see you.
He likes little round halflings.
I think that's a fair deal. All right.
Cool. The carriage sort of like sweeps around, the camera sweeps around to the back of the carriage, and all you can hear is the quick step of the horses as it descends into the darkened alleys of Grenier, escaping away from the castle where smoke is currently billowing out and people are still screaming and rushing out, away from this horrible nightmare of the caper that almost was. Teddy... Sorry, Tom.
I said from where the large lady is still farting.
She's still farting. She's noxiously knocking people out with her farts. So as the sunrise is coming up towards the end of a very, very long night and evening, Teddy, you realise that you've just landed. Maybe this is an opportunity, or maybe you've just jumped from the fire into the frying pan, as your mother used to say, and you wonder what's to become of you, and ultimately, whatever happened to the vagabonds.
To be fair, this felt like a no-win situation, so I'm glad to get out of it alive.
The horses descend into shadow, pulling the cart in. And as the Kislevite leans over to you, offering a bottle of some kind of a very strong vodka, he calls it, from Kislevite. And as he hands it to you, you look at the bottle, you look at him. He stares directly into your eyes and asks you about the deal one last time.
I thought he was going to kiss him there for a second.
A little bit.
It did feel like a bit of sexual tension, didn't it?
It's been a beautiful further twist.
I love you. No, I love you.
Well. Here am I, and here are you, and you have a job to do. Please, have a drink. We all have choices after all. Well, maybe not you. But sometime.
Prost.
Sorry, say it again, Pete. We didn't hear any of that, mate.
Oh, sorry, I just said, and prost to you as well.
Skål, Nistrovje.
And at that point, we descend and fade out with the sunset coming over a very...
We have all the time in the world. Bum, bum, bum.
That's it, folks. So that is... Yeah, that's it. That's exactly the backstory of what the fuck happened to Teddy. Where's Teddy? What the fuck happened to Teddy? How he escaped into one situation and how he ended up back at La Maison Tal to steal God knows what. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. I know this is a pre-recorded thing, so thanks for your extra
fun,
time.
mate.
Appreciate
Always
that.
fun.
Thank you very much, Vagabonds. Thank you to Klim for an excellent twist there to rolling with that. I appreciate that, sir.
No problem, sir.
Was that always planned, or was that a last-minute decision?
I'm gonna say yes, or maybe, or no. I'm gonna say all three. Thank you very much.
Would it spoil the magic?
Would it spoil the magic?
No, I'm not spoiling the magic.
So,
You have to-
Tom, thank you very much for your incredible portrayal.
Yeah, that was
of this.
really good.
I'm just gobsmacked that Tracker went for Teddy instead of the Viz.
I know. I think we're all gobsmacked. I think maybe Tracker's turned out to be not such a great agent, spy of the Order of the
He's
Empire.
not so bright.
He's not so fucking bright after all. He uses an axe to take off a lot.
Fell up a wall and then fell down a pipe.
He hit his head really hard.
He did admittedly pick a lock beautifully.
He did,
Whereas the Viz literally took out a
An
room.
entire ballroom.
The Viz is too obvious. He's too much of the spy, isn't he? It's like the James Bond rather than the Minister McCarthy sort of spy.
Well,
which is the Teddy.
I'm kind of glad, actually, because it means those two characters, they're locked in there, but they can talk their way out of that.
Or something.
So, that's cool.
Yeah, or maybe not. But the point is they're alive.
It's a beautiful cliffhanger.
Sorry, Tom, what did you say?
In the vault, that thing that the two guys fell down,
Yeah.
that Teddy and Tracker came down,
Yeah.
fell
Yeah.
Well, we don't know, Tom, but that's the beauty of storytelling. Who knows what's going to happen?
spin-off from the spin-off.
We may have a spin-off of the spin-off, yeah.
Oh no, with the goblins somehow involved.
The Vagabond cinematic universe is growing.
With enough donations, we'll explore it.
It's the VCU, dude. It's the VCU. The Vagabond Cinematic Universe. I'm loving it.
You're witnessing the birth of the VCU.
It's not a birth, Tom. It's been brewing for a while, man. I've been seeding this shit a lot. So, anyway,
It's beautiful.
And finally, thank you very much, Pete, for coming back, but also for kicking ass and having fun with us on your origin story.
I'm absolutely having fun. I'll try to be funnier though. I'm not the best at the comedy stuff. But,
That's all right. Hey, dude, you're doing great. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for sticking it out and seeing both parts of this really very special spin-off with the announcement that we now have a VCU. And tune in for next time for the Vagabonds, which I guess will be next week or the week after, depending. Thank you very much, Vagabonds. Take it easy. See you around, folks. Oh, very quickly, I need to... Wait. Sorry.
Who's flipping the board?
Yeah, who's going to flip the board? I think it's going to be a toss-up between...
Oh, I just quit out. Oh, it's not me.
We're tabletop later, so it ain't me.
Okay, so I think Clem for rolling with that punch, I think it has to be you.
Yay, let Clem do it.
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
Clem, you ready?
Flipping the table in 3.
In Kislevat action, please. In action.
In 3, 2, 1.
Flip.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, folks. Take it easy, Vagabonds. See you soon, chat. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, folks. Hi. Well, I hope that you helped. Helped? I hope you helped them. I hope you helped. I keep saying helped. I think the Vagabonds need help. I hope that you enjoyed the lack of help that they got, and I hope you enjoyed the story. The two-part story is now done, which brings us up to the current story in the Vagabonds, where Teddy's now rejoined us, which is really great. So it was loads of fun to make it. I really enjoyed some of the characters. I know the Vagabonds did as well, playing other characters and having nice twists and things and funs in there. Pete was the only person that wasn't prepped for this, so Pete was pretty much just reacting to the story, whereas some of the things that we talked about with Tom and Klim were pre-existing parts of the story, except for the fact that Tracker was a double agent. That was new. I just made that up on the spot. So good luck to Klim, and thank you very much for doing that. Anyway, that's it, folks. Normal service will resume on the Vagabonds. Tomorrow we do have the Chaos Crew Couch Party, which is going to be for anybody that subs to the channel. You can check out the Discord thing, and that way you can get codes to play the game. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be playing Dead by Daylight, or Dead by Dawn, whatever the fuck it's called. That thing, the thing that I'm terrible at and people keep killing me with. We're going to try and play that. So if you do have the game, come along. We open up first to people that are subbing. If you're not subbing, you might get a game towards the end if everybody's had a game, but subs are priority for that. Alright, that's about it, folks. Take it easy. Thanks very much for joining us, and thank you to the mods, thank you to you, the chat, and the community, and we shall see you soon. Also thinking about a new game next week to play on streaming, so we'll let you know about that too, and maybe we'll try and get somebody to come in and interview as well. That's it, folks. Take it easy. Have a good time. All the best. See you around. Stay well. Stay safe. Bye.